Okay, thank you. Welcome to this RE-EDUCO online training session. My name is Eskolius and I come from Omnia, and now we are today to talk about, for the first, about YouTube in the light of this project. What does it offer, and if and when we are to use it, how we should use it, and what are the channel, what is the idea behind channel and YouTube channels in general, and how about the playlists, what are those? So the first part is more or less in order to make sure that everybody understands how we should see YouTube as a medium, as a media for our project. And then with theme, we have actually created a short video about this very training and for this very project, and we will be watching that and uploading and going through how to upload it on YouTube and what to take into account. And also the latter part of this training is about how to create videos in different kinds of settings, and we have this example video and we show how we did generating the idea, how we made the script, etc., how we produced, and how the post-production was done. So this kind of sort of general idea is there behind. And I don't have a PowerPoint set, and I don't have even any website for the information yet. And this is sort of a test training, and there will be another set where we will hopefully in Finland in fall we will be creating videos and sort of honing our skills and doing this again. So everything that we learned today and everything I learned today is to make it even better for the next round in autumn. And let me share my screen. Okay, so now everything is this one Word file, and if you are creating videos before autumn, I gladly can share this video to you. And you see there's a screenshot of our what we did last week, so we will be watching that later on. What's going to happen during this? We have 2 hours for this. Perhaps we don't need that much, or perhaps it takes more. For the first, I'd like to know about your schedules. Do you have these 2 hours for this, or is there some limitations?
I have these 2 hours.
Okay. Yeah, let's see how the things go. So for the first, let's talk about the RE-EDUCO YouTube channel and playlists, and about channels and playlists in general. And then, as we are sort of a big project with different parties from different countries, how to manage and how to think about in the light of this project. And then the next part is creating videos, thinking about pre-production, production, and post-production phases, and surely sharing. And just remind me if you need, so I can share this document later on if need be. Okay, so I'll start with the RE-EDUCO. Let's take this second screen, it's like this. So the very first paragraph, the very first chapter in the homepage of RE-EDUCO project says that RE-EDUCO encourages the production, experimentation, and sharing of new approaches and training methods in the field of digital culture. If we have such a goal, it's very hard to overlook YouTube. If we think about digital culture, what does it mean in the current world? and especially for the youth. It's an essential media that enhances the role of digital culture. So it improves the possibilities for growth and exchange, widening the choices for young people in private and professional life, just like our project goal is. So they go very much hand in hand. And as you've been discussing before, and my apologies, I haven't been able to attend those meetings. But anyways, you have been discussing prior to this event that, okay, we will have a YouTube channel and we will use it and we will join and give our say on YouTube and in order to be present in the digital culture. So let me show for the first, we have created now the YouTube channel. It's there. So on YouTube, we have a very brand new channel there. So this RE-EDUCO YouTube channel is aimed at supporting these goals and spreading the results of the project to wider audience. And the goal is to create a channel dedicated to the world of education at all ages and in all places. I will share this link now on chat. Because we have no videos currently, it doesn't appear in the YouTube search as there are no videos. And even when there are videos, the channel name must appear in the video tags of the videos. Otherwise, we are not searchable. So now let me find the proper place to share it. Where is my chat? There. So there on the chat, you see now the link to our YouTube channel. And please visit now this channel and subscribe it. So it's very important because we need to have 100 subscribers in order to get a sort of simplified address. It will be when we have videos there having those tags, and when we will have 100 subscribers, then our address will be an easier one. I'll copy and paste that as well to the chat. So youtube.com/c/re-educo. That's the one it will be very soon. So please, when you enter that, you click on subscribe. Did you find it? Any questions so far? Everything is clear. Wonderful. Okay. How familiar you are with YouTube channels and playlists? Could you tell your experiences before we progress?
I have uploaded some videos, but I have not created any playlist. So I'm not so familiar with YouTube.
Yeah, thank you. Very good to know. How about the others?
Me too. I don't have a comfy with this platform because I don't upload any video.
Yeah, okay. And I saw some marks here. Thank you. And I think it's pretty much the same situation here in Omnia. Okay. So for the very first, what is a YouTube channel? So in order to create a YouTube channel, YouTube is a service by Google. And for that, one needs a Google account. Usually it may have the Gmail address there, but it is not necessarily Gmail. Just you have to set up with some email Google account, and then you are able to create a YouTube channel. So YouTube channel is a specific user page on YouTube, and as mentioned, our goal is to have a sort of easy and simple link like this youtube.com/c/RE-EDUCO. But currently, as new users create channels, they have very complicated names. But I think that we have such a big project, such many countries, that the name issue will be solved quite soon. So YouTube channel as such, it's a place where viewers can go and find something they want to watch now and later. In this case, people who are involved in our themes in the area of education. And as the scope of RE-EDUCO is so wide, and most likely there will be videos and their topics will vary a lot. One step is to subscribe to the channel, but it doesn't, most likely there will be many different kinds of videos that don't interest every viewer. And that's why in addition to this channel, we need to create topical playlists. And those YouTube users can opt to subscribe just those playlists and to be informed whenever there are something on the playlist and on the topic that they are interested in. So while we don't have any videos and playlists yet, I will show first as an example of Omnia playlists. Let's take that one. So here you see our channel name is Omnia Some, social media. And this is the official channel for Omnia, maintained by our PR and communications department. So they take care about the sort of this image here. It's sort of branded by Omnia, and this is by them. And of course, there's the brand logo. And everything here is taken care by that people. So here, all the videos that are uploaded, I'll click on the videos. So for the first, I was here on the home page of the channel. You see that one channel has several pages here, videos, playlists, also other channels, discussion, and some further information. But on the homepage of the channel, for example, here Omnia has chosen that every time people come here on the homepage, there's automatically some brand video playing and showing what this is all about. Also telling about the channel owner, in this case, Omnia. All the videos here, they are taken care, and all the sort of the visual branding is according to Omnia guidelines, and there are plenty of videos, of course. And just like in the case of RE-EDUCO, none is interested in everything that is available here. So that's why there are playlists as well. I don't think that Omnia uses playlists very sort of thoroughly and well. It could be even more, but there are, especially in Finnish, there are many different kinds of, for example, on the right hand side it says tapahtumat or events or ohjevideo or instructional videos, or there is just a very tiny playlist about education at Omnia. I'll click on that. And when I click on the playlist, it starts automatically, if no other setting has been made, it starts automatically to play the first list in the playlist. And on the right hand side, you see now that when we came to a playlist, here we see that, okay, there were 2 videos on the playlist, and I can shuffle and I can loop the playlist, for example, for event use, to create a playlist and to put it on a big screen to the audience to loop all the time. And we can see here what there is. So actually this, yeah, well, this is one introduction
Hi,
to
my name is
Finnish
Mirvi
vocational
Janssen.
education
I'm the
and training.
Director of Education Partnerships here at
Yeah, so the idea of this playlist or these playlists, you may be using Spotify or whatever, and the idea behind this that it's very similar to creating a music playlist. For example, if you want to create a playlist of videos that help students and to create their own startups, with RE-EDUCO, we can create a new playlist. For example, the name can be how to begin a startup or whatever like that. And we can create public or private playlists. And public playlists are such that are visible here to all the visitors of our channel page. Yeah, and playlists can be created by, for example, I'm here now logged in as the RE-EDUCO project. On the upper right hand corner, you see the project logo here. So I'm using this account now, but I could, of course, switch to another account and go with my personal account here. So pay attention that if you are using in some stage, you are entering the RE-EDUCO account and you are here, everything you do, if you subscribe to a hobby playlist or whatever, nice dog puppies or whatever, if you are using that account, it can be seen as the official sort of activity of the project. So every time when you are on YouTube, or if you're watching videos, for example, I'm an avid cyclist, as you can see. So if I watch cycling videos on YouTube, I have to pay attention that first I go to my personal account and then I watch my hobby videos, and not to show that, okay, RE-EDUCO project is doing everything like this. But in this case, it doesn't matter. I think that as a RE-EDUCO project, we are saved to subscribe Omnia account here. So now I subscribe this, and every time when I come, I can ask that, okay, should I get information every time when Omnia shares some new content, or there's some discussion, or when they address my RE-EDUCO account in this case, or just none? They will be visible on YouTube, but also the basic settings are that you will get an email. I will now click none, so that Stefania won't get plenty of videos telling that, okay, Omnia has new content here. Okay, as you know, with your private account, you can also create or subscribe playlists or channels in a similar manner. Our channel and our official presence can also create a channel and own playlists. And those videos on the playlists, they can be our own, or they can be from other sources as well. For example, we can have this entrepreneurship playlist that has both our own content and perhaps some content that we find some elsewhere. So we can be very creative with that. Yeah, so that's the in a nutshell, that's the idea of playlists, and surely that you can play with your own account and see you find. Let me actually do that. Let me share my other browser and let's go. Now you see on the upper right hand corner here that I'm now logged in Safari browser with my personal account. And now I go to YouTube. And here, for example, if I think that, oh, what might be this photography video is interesting.
Back when I started out in landscape photography, I
It's useful. Then how do I find the playlist? Let me change the language first. Here under your own profile icon, you can find the language, and let's take English.
back when I started out in landscape photography, I just
Right away, here is this icon, this button icon as a list and plus. And underneath the video, so here I can see, think that if I have already some playlist that I want to add these to, I have created quite a lot of playlists, but it could be their photography 101, for example. I can attach and add it to a present playlist, but in this case, I want to create a new playlist. So if I create a new, I'll click on here. So landscape photography, for example, like this. And here, whether I'm at the project creating a playlist or whether I'm a private person, I can create a public playlist that everybody who comes to my channel will find this public playlist. I can also send that link to other keen photographers. This unlisted is quite a lot in a similar manner that when I send the link, everybody without logging in to YouTube, they can watch the list, but YouTube search doesn't show the list. Or I just can create a private playlist for my own needs and it won't be visible. For example, we could have an administrational YouTube list for the project needs, and that could be a private list as well. And when I create a public list like this, it's created, and let's go to my channel. And let's go here under my profile picture, my channel. Just here, playlists. Now you see there is this newest one, landscape photography. So that is something that anybody could now subscribe to. Surely Omnia has, this is the official Omnia channel, and we have 1,000 of staff and 30,000 of students, etc. It wouldn't cater everybody, so we have different kinds of playlists. For example, this innovative education in Omnia, we have this kind of a channel as well. The PR department just takes care that our branding is according to Omnia guidelines, but other than that, we are able to do learning videos here, and it's not so strict what if every logo etc. is there. So that's something that we have been using. So we have in Omnia we have different channels. So the official one and quite many other ones as well. Yeah. So that's the idea of a channel and playlists. And the last day, 31st of May, you had a meeting where you actually, was it Sim or Siri who put up and discussed with you with this kind of a Padlet. And without a very much sort of a deeper understanding of the playlist, you have been thinking about playlists already. And now I think that it would be very interesting to have a sort of two-step assignment. And we could start so that before coming back to this Padlet, we will start so that we would have 15-minute break now. So use, for example, 10 minutes for this assignment and 5 minutes to make tea or wash hands or whatever, and stretch a little bit. So the idea is now that you are to find 2 YouTube channels that are relevant to you and that have branding and playlists. Surely prefer channels that may be useful for others too. And then you find 2 and think about what is better and why. We will discuss. Let me share these assignment instructions on chat. Just a moment. Whenever I have large TV screen and 2 other screens, I have to find my mouse cursor first. There. Okay. So it's now 20 to 11, and let's have a 15-minute break and find YouTube channels that are relevant to you and that have branding and playlists, and which you find better and why. Before we mute here, let me show you how to find those channels. For example, I go now to YouTube back. And on YouTube, there in the upper section, there is this search field. And let's say entrepreneurship and vocational education. For example, this could be my search terms. And now I pick enter and I get a list mainly about videos. Surely I can go and watch some video first and then click on the, here you see the channel. For example, this is our Ministry of Education and Culture. I could even click on there, or for example, CEDEFOP here, and see what kind of a channel is this, and what if they have playlists, etc. But I'll restart my search like this, and pay attention here, just underneath this field, there is this button filters. I click on that, and now I can filter so that it shows me just channels, not videos as such. But now the list contains only channels that are relevant to my search terms. So that's the other way to find channels. You don't have to use these search terms. These was just examples. Just whatever comes to your mind that is current and relevant and topical to you right now. So either you find videos and then see what is the channel behind the video, or go straight to filter the channels. Any questions? Nada? Okay. Okay, this example took an additional 3 minutes. So let's say we continue at 11. Sorry, our 11, your 10. Okay, yeah. And said something, and let's discuss briefly what you found and what you think that is a good channel or something that you think that might be useful for us others as well. Bene, okay. I'll mute for a moment and stretch my legs as well. Okay, let's continue. So now you've been searching and assessing some YouTube channels and found some interesting places to share. And as I wrote on chat, so the idea is that quite in a short manner, you present one of the YouTube channels you found and tell what did you like, how does it work, and to whom it is, or what is your interest with that. And share the link on, oh, sorry, I actually haven't sent the message to you yet. No, on chat now you see. So when you present, share the YouTube channel link on chat, and also you may share your screen if you are familiar with it, and that's easier for us to follow if we can see. But if it's difficult, then share the link and we can surely open the page on our own computers as well. So let's see. Our participant list is like, my order is that we have International Omnia, then we have Carmen, Giovanni, Olga, and Siim, and Susanna. So I think if we use that order, is International Omnia, it's Sirje. Yeah.
I'm not ready yet, sorry.
Yeah. Have you found someone? Could you share some link with us?
Yes, but
please.
Where is my link now?
Yeah, okay. And yeah, thank you, Carmen. And let's see when Sirje, let's start with those. Okay.
Okay,
Please
so
go
this
ahead.
was, I just used keywords, education and digitalization. And the first what I found was using a computer game to teach languages.
So what do you think about this? What works nice just here, and why did you choose this page or channel actually?
I work with Asian countries, Japan, so this was like the first
Hey, that's actually
station.
very good point, that even though branding is important, more relevant and more important is that the content somehow relates, is important to the viewers. So this content is such that Sirje likes, so yeah. We have to create content that people think, oh, this is something I like to copy.
Yes, and something personal. So why and what about I will be interested. So what's my background? Yeah, not all for all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Sirje.
I will stop sharing.
And if there is somebody who would like to comment on the selections or the channels, yeah, feel free. Hey, okay, Carmen, what did you find to us, and would you like to share your screen?
Yes. Okay, can you see my screen right now?
And we see and we hear a little bit. Your voice is a bit low, but we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, thank you.
Great. Well, I think that the first channel that I shared with you was the channel from the Polytechnic University of Valencia. It has different videos and different playlists, and they include news from the university and also different courses according to different disciplines that they have at the university. For example, this one, the first topic is about aerospace engineering, the second one about ICTs and communication. And I know that it's in Spanish. The channels I know here are from Spain, so this is the reason why the channel is in Spanish. But I think that with the subtitles in YouTube, we can all understand the different videos. And I find it interesting because it talks about different, not only digitalization, but different technological topics from engineering, and they include different training sessions here. And the other channel is Insomnia's channel. It is also branded by Insomnia, and this channel has less playlists and less videos. But they have the different videos from their different programs, acceleration programs that they organize, and I found it interesting because these videos talk about the different transformations and the different solutions that the SMEs that work with insomnia develop, and you also can learn about the way at which insomnia works with these SMEs and everything about the process. That's all.
Wonderful, very different kinds of and for different purposes. And I think that both work in their own areas very well. And especially the university page, it was very professional. And I think it serves students and the staff very well. Gracias. Okay. Who we have next? Giovanni Di Gennaro. You two have been discussing there. Have you some joint example?
So we actually chose two different channels, and the first one that we went for was this one because we actually are into the Link Campus University, and the thing that is different from the other one is the amount of videos that are into the playlist. And we also checked the date of upload of the videos. So, for example, these ones are older than the university Link campus. So these universities has newer videos that might be more appropriate for now. And so yeah, basically this is the difference. But here you can see the numerous amount of videos that they have uploaded. Yeah, that's it basically.
Mm-hmm. And both of those channels have quite a lot, quite many subscribers. This 400 and the other one over 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good to see they are so actively watched.
All right.
Comment by others of these. If not, let's see. Okay. And surely now when we are visiting those, feel free to subscribe to each of those. I don't do it now because I'm on the RE-EDUCO user here. So Olga, did you find some?
Actually, I'm not participating in the task.
Okay.
I thought that my role is something other, but I will follow your how to say, what do you do?
Yeah, no worries. No worries at all.
Because actually I made some playlists for my own tasks. I mean, for my personal channel. So I know how to do this, but
Yeah. The idea of this exercise or assignment was that if you haven't done this and paid attention to playlists and channels, now is a good opportunity to do it. But obviously, you know already that it's fine.
yes.
Wonderful.
But I participate as an Omnium member, so it's anyway good for me.
Yeah. Okay. And next online, when I see that Scene is the next one, I see that also Stefania has joined us. Good morning, very good to see you attending as well. But I think let's continue with Scene. Yeah.
Yes. So I chose from my own subscribe list channel named Cold Fusion. They are making some of educational and informative videos. What I don't like in this channel is that they don't have at home page. They don't have this channel description video or any explanation what this channel about. But then again, if you go about it and open about page, there we can have the description of the channel. But I would really like to have, if the channel is so big, that there is this kind of welcoming video or short description. They have very nice playlists. Sorry, this one. It's very clear and everyone can understand it. So history, business, and so on. And another channel is 42, and it is kind of the same channel. Again, there is no description on the front page, and the big minus is even if you go to about page, it's not explained what is the channel about. So we need to explore to figure out what it's all about. And they also have very good playlists. So there is not so many, and this is what I like if the playlist is also quite short.
Yeah, very good that you opened the about page as well, because when we are talking like the previous examples where universities and such, it's easy to understand who is behind the channel. But in many cases, 42 doesn't tell anything about what it is. And here it says that it's a British YouTuber and a gatekeeper of users' facts. It's very good to understand here and sort of estimate what kind of a sort of bias or how credible this site is. And might be interesting, but this sort of put it into context. Yeah. Thanks. Yes. Awesome. See. Okay, then I am not sure in which phase when did Stefania join us, and did you sort of hear the idea what we are doing right now? Hello, Stefania. Pleased to see you here.
I think he joined after the break, so
yeah. Okay.
he do not know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, stay tuned. We will soon go to the creating videos section, and we go through this to Susanna, please.
Hi. Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have chosen the University of Valencia website because it's the public university here of Valencia. I mean, it is interesting because, for example, it has a home which is very complete, lot of videos and playlists here. And you can find here a lot of news, useful information for students who have just started university, but for example, helpful information about masters, ceremonies, etc. And I think it can be interesting for students in general to know how other administration works. And now, on the other hand, the other website is Fondos Europeos. They publish all the European news, interesting session about European funds, European calls for proposals, programs, etc. Here we have videos about calls, projects, living sessions, playlists. And these two are the channels that I have chosen because I think they are helpful for people who are interested in education, European projects, European funds, for example. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so many of you chose quite a sort of similar project or university-based channels, and those are very well used and very useful in thinking about that youth is actually the main target group and main user base for YouTube, and surely education mainly happens with the youth. So very obvious like this, very useful channel to use.
Thank you.
Okay, was there still somebody? Let's check. No, I think everybody got their say.
No, I'm here as well. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome to Cyprus, from Cyprus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me share my screen.
Yeah, yeah, thank you.
So the one channel I'm sharing is the Cyprus Pedagogical Institute. So the problems here for me are, although it's in Greek, that it makes sense. As you can see, because we have the different non-Latin alphabet, if I copy here the link and send it to you on chat, let me go to if I paste it on chat, you can see it's a weird, long, charactered channel. So people in Greek-speaking language countries should be aware that the characters are not recognized. So it's better to have an English, Latin-based name. What I think here, the problem is that it's missing its updates. So on the right side, there are no links and hyperlinks. It has some videos. It's on a different basis on student competitions and TV spots. And the other channel I would like to share, it's our channel. So the Cyprus Computer Society. What we do here, because we don't create many videos, we have the uploads, but then we have created playlists from our competitions and challenges, but also we include favorite videos inside. Like if we go to the cybersecurity challenge, you can see that this is from from TV shows that we participated in. The problem here I usually find that I forget to have it in mind is that when you add it to a playlist, it takes it as a last video. But when it shows it on your channel, the first video appears, which is the oldest. So I try to make it on a reverse order. So that's from my side. Thank you.
Thank you for you as well. And just as mentioned that, yeah, for education, this is such a good, both for formal education and as Steve showed that there are so many educational channels in non-formal and informal topics as well. I'm now making some decisions what to. We started a little bit late, and it has taken a bit more time than I expected. So I will skip some of the content that we most likely will be talking in autumn more. For example, when you are using or when you are creating videos, there are some sort of copyright issues to think, and what can be shared and what kind of what we are allowed to do. The only thing that I show is, let's go to YouTube, and I will share my screen. So when you are on YouTube, so for example, if I try to find videos on entrepreneurship, we have quite a long list of topics, and we don't know whether these are copyrighted, and are we able to show this publicly or remix and use that content. And when we use and when we create videos, we have to tell YouTube exactly when uploading that, hey, this is meant to everybody to be used as open educational resources. And when we make that selection that they are open educational resources, then when we filter, and now when we use the filters and we go here under features, it says Creative Commons. This is a licensing system that tells that, hey, these videos are open. And when I click on Creative Commons, many and most of those videos on entrepreneurship aren't available here anymore in the list. So now we have here such that can be used and remixed and taken advantage for educational purposes without any further issues. For example, if I click on what is digital entrepreneurship, this video, and if I want to see more about this and its copyright status, so underneath the video, it says who has uploaded it. There's some description, and it says show more. So I click on this show more link now. Usually there might be some additional text coming, but this is very short description. And after all the description text, it says license, Creative Commons Attribution License, reuse allowed. So I could use this in teaching as a part of my video or whatever, using these terms, Creative Commons Attribution. If you don't know what it means, when I click on this blue link, it says, okay, Creative Commons on YouTube, and it says that, okay, what I can do, and the only thing is that I have to attribute the original, oh, where was it? The video out. The original author. Sorry. YouTube entrepreneurship, and then I filtered Creative Commons, and I was on where? Completely lost it. There, yeah, there, and I wanted to see here. It says Creative Commons attribution, so I can use it, and whenever I use it, for example, in the end of my own video, where part of this is remixed, I should say that part of this video is by Open Up You Patras. So this attribution mentioning this name is sufficient. I don't need to know the specific names of the people behind this video, it suffices that I mention the YouTube this channel owner name. It might be a person name, it might be a university name, or just what seemed had something like a
42.
42, for example. That doesn't make any sense, but we have to mention that name. Okay. Okay, and another thing that I will mostly skip now is that now we have the RE-EDUCO channel, and we are about to create videos and playlists, and every organization should have one person that is in the list of managers, because YouTube channel can have many different people managing it, adding videos there, creating playlists, and this list who and in what organization is to manage this RE-EDUCO channel should be available and maintained by Siim and Stefan. So with Siim this morning, we decided that, okay, Siim will collect a list from each of you. Who is the person and what is the email address? So stay tuned, Siim will contact you in order to create that list. If it doesn't already appear, for example, Stefania might have some already. Yeah, Siim, please.
Yes, and this is question for you all as well. Should we just list the names to the forum?
Yeah. And mostly it's good that if you have the manager and some other person who might step up if one person is not available.
That's good.
Co-manager. Wonderful. Hey, now this is the moment. I've been waiting for an hour. We can upload our first. Yeah. So now I'm using RE-EDUCO account here, and I'm on RE-EDUCO channel. And whether you are a private person or using some organization account, here on the upper right corner you see there is this create button, this video camera plus, and I want to share now there one video. Before uploading it on YouTube, I want to show it to you because we have to discuss about the tags and about the playlists that it might belong to. So let me show it just locally first, and I'll drag this. I think you should now see just a black image there. And hopefully there will be some sound coming in a minute. So let's have this 2-minute video.
Oh, hi Eska, good to see you.
Hi.
How have you been?
Hi, Siim. Fine, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, doing okay.
You know, next week I have this YouTube training coming. That's interesting.
Wow, is that so? And who is it for?
It's for students and teachers alike, and it's by the RE-EDUCO project, and it encourages the production and experimentation and sharing of new approaches and training methods in the area of digital culture.
Aha, okay, I get it. So that's why we are standing on a YouTube station. So the training is for beginners that can make difference between YouTube station or underground and T-YouTube.
Exactly. So this training is to shed light on how and why to use YouTube channels.
Yeah, okay. By the way, is that a map?
Yeah. Let me show it. Yeah. This is the simplified map. You know, just like the London Underground, there are many lines of action in the RE-EDUCO project. And here we have just 2 lines depicted. And we are now on the blue line and heading to station IO5 or intellectual output 5. And there we are to change line.
Okay, I get it. On the orange line, the stations are the themes of the training.
Yeah, exactly so. So first we discussed the ideas and advantages of YouTube channels and playlists, and then how to address pre-production, filming, editing, and finally how to share on YouTube.
Neat. Hey, this sounds really great.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah,
me too. Should we catch the train?
Oh,
Yeah. So we had in mind that okay, we should have this kind of a sort of playful digital culture approach to this. This is done with zero cost, €0 budget as such. But then doing this, we needed to take care of all the steps that we will soon go through. And now this should be, actually I showed the old version. I have a newer version here as well. I think, let me check that if this is the one that we are to.
Or underground and YouTube.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the right version with those logos. Okay, that's something that we are now to upload. And let's go to YouTube. And here, create. So we could have a live session here streaming, but now we are uploading a file, a video file. And first, we select and find the proper one. It's the teaser for YouTube training. It's that one. And it takes some time. And while it's uploading, we have to give it a name. So, for example, I think the title is okay now. And this is a quick and dirty example on creating short video purposes of RE-EDUCO project. So thumbnail, you might have some ready-made JPEG image that is very good for depicting the video, or some kind of sort of a PowerPoint slide type thumbnail that can be seen by the users in various lists, for example, on playlists. But while YouTube has uploaded this, it will provide some 3 examples that might do the job as well. Now, it says playlists. There are no playlists available. And if we are to create a playlist right away, we could do it later on. But I suggest that we discuss a little bit sort of what might be the first playlist on our channel that might be useful for us and for others that might contain this video. So any ideas what might the playlist title be? Please, anyone?
I'm looking for the ideas on our Padlet. So there was something that actually no exact titles, but just idea tips to teachers. But something like you started this
tips to teachers, for example,
sharing some training ideas or.
There are some on chat. There might be some new messages. Yeah, see, just send the link. This can be naturally changed later on, the name of the playlist. Anything? No? See, help me.
I think Omnia had some kind of ideas about recording the lessons they give to students. So some kind of educational or, oh my God, some kind of list where you can put those lesson videos maybe. But I'm not sure.
Short trainings.
Might be.
I think educational videos sound so official and serious.
And then again, what I have noticed in YouTube channels is that kind of to come up with all the playlist topics, it is sometimes hard. So sometimes it just takes its own natural way to kind of create those topics. So you make some videos and then you kind of are forced to create some kind of videos. But
perhaps if we don't have now on mind, we don't spend more time here. So when we have some videos here, we will come back to create those playlists. We can skip that now. And now let's mark that it's not made for kids. There are no age restrictions. And let's see, show more. I will click on that. That's important when you are uploading. No, actually we got those thumbnails. I will select that one that can be seen because the RE-EDUCO is there. So remember to click on show more. And now we need tags there. Without this on YouTube search, we don't exist. And this is the first video to have that project name, channel name here. So we have now the RE-EDUCO, then it's YouTube. For example, like this. So I type a word or a sort of expression and then pressed comma, and then now I have this kind of initial text. Those can be changed later on as well. So important thing is that to select a language in order to get automatic subtitles or texting there for YouTube, and recording date and location is not so important. But here now you see license and distribution. Instead of standard YouTube license that would prohibit anybody else to use this video publicly or to remix it in their own production without an explicit permission, is that we use this Creative Commons attribution. And now everybody who comes here sees that, okay, we are used to use this whenever we just mention that, okay, this is originally made by the RE-EDUCO project. Okay, and I will skip the other ones. Only category is education. It could be film and animation, but I think education is there. Okay. So these things have to be selected first, and then now we could add some other things, but I will skip those and just checks okay, everything is okay, and it will be public right away. Here you can see the link. I will copy the link and publish it. Now, there we go, close. I will add it to the chat as well.
there is a question also.
Oh, yeah. Hey, please, yeah, ask us. Yeah, Giovanni, please. Yeah.
Hi. So, thank you. One thing that we were wondering is that, as far as we understood, is that basically when every one of us makes a video, then we are able, one person per country, right, has the ability to upload that video, like as you just show us, right?
Yeah.
The thing that we knew before today was that, yes, everybody would make a video, would be able to make videos, but then would have to send it to the person, the owner, kind of the YouTube channel, and that the owner would be that one then to upload the video. So this is kind of what we knew. Is it any different? Is it changed or something?
Well, the practicality is how to do it. It depends on I think on you guys actually more than me. You who have been discussing what might be the best way to organize. Usually in this kind of a project, it is that there might be, for example, we could have an account name, for example, RE-EDUCO at omnia.fi, or some kind of general account in our organization, and everybody who needs it here in our organization, for example, Steam CRME, we could log in with that account and upload, so we don't have to sort of save the video as such. We just wherever we are, we would log into YouTube using that our account and then share the video. But I think that this is more about the discussion on our discussion board, how to proceed. Or what do you think? Siim, do you have some idea?
Because Stefania is the admin of the channel, and her phone number is connected to the channel, it would be really hard to kind of log in from different countries. It would make such a mess. She will most likely will have some kind of security issues and need to authenticate logins and so on. So if we list the manager rights, the manager accounts, we will give the manager rights to every one of you who would like to get access to the YouTube channel. And I guess that's it. That's how simple it is.
Yeah, that's a good addition. That not so that it's Stefania who is doing all the work here, but whenever you local managers of this YouTube channel, you log in, you upload the video, you provide the tags and copyright information, etc., and then you can locally manage all the process. Stefania don't have to sort of check her email or get some security messages to the her phone or whatever. So it's better this way. But this is something I think that we are gradually practicing, and at least when Omnia is hosting in autumn, that is something that we try it together hands-on, when you have created videos, and then we sort of fine-tune our processes.
The idea was also to include playlists, maybe in either local language or in internet or in English, to include the videos we showcase during the training of the students. So it's easy to create playlists from already existing videos and have them all there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too, that when we have some content, then we will find that sort of what kind of themes there arise and what kind of use there is, and then it's more natural to create those lists.
Yeah, because creating too many videos, I don't think there would be much time or capacity to do so.
Mm. But yes, this is the very first step. And I see that time is running, so that I'd like to go a little bit further and discuss briefly about creating videos, and surely about when you are actually in the situation that you have something to upload, and if there are any issues and the discussion, you may discuss it on the our discussion board in Moodle, and then Siim and me, we will sort of think it all over with you. Now, I think I'm still sharing the screen. Wonderful, yeah, and I'll go a little bit further away here, creating videos. So some of you, how many of you have been sort of every now and then creating videos and sharing those online? Are there such online? Seriously?
Yes.
But for others, it's more or less new, I think. But let's go this in short, and you are. I can also share this document as well whenever you need it. So there are three main stages: pre-production, production, and post-production. Here I've divided into 6 stages. So idea brainstorming and designing, then production and editing, and sharing and using, especially for us and our project. This that goes beyond actual producing the video, this in the yellow background, that's something that's very, very important. That's the real reason why we are doing things. Then there are 2 different kinds of videos. Those that are planned and done according to a distinctive plan, and those that are simple recordings during an event or some on-screen presentation or so. And of course, the approach is very different there. And the former, they can be created to meet a certain need of the viewer, but latter, usually that require that the viewer has some specific interest and need to learn about the topic. On this document, there are links that are useful if you are just turning your presentation into a video. So there is a link to a Microsoft page that tells you quite step by step how to do it from PowerPoint onwards. And now with this limited time, I'll go through about when you are creating something like we did with Siim last week. So, planning, of course, if we hadn't spent half of our time in planning what's going to happen, it would have taken quite many retakes and more editing and such if we didn't know what to do. So it's important to think about your viewers and their interests. What is your main message? Your possibilities and schedule to create the video. One thing that I skip now, but you have to be aware that the EU new directive on web accessibility says that there are some needs that we have to take into account of the, for example, of people with impaired vision, so that when they are watching a YouTube film, actually there will be both text and YouTube and their player is able to speak out what there is. And this is something that, for example, when we do a video in English, it's easy because the main language is the YouTube automatically can quite easily create those captions or the subtext, change the speak into text. For example, if people watching can't hear, they have issues with their hearing, they will see the text. But if we do a video in English, perhaps in if we do a video in Finnish, YouTube doesn't do it automatically, and then we are asked by the directive that we type all the text there, and it's a very tiresome, it's a very complicated process. So here are links what to do and how to do it semi-automatically. And when you're producing, take care of this as well. But now to those 6 phases or stages I mentioned. First, the idea brainstorming, and you have to find the message of the video. And why just this video, and why you are doing a video, and what is the context? Because there are many ways of addressing some topic and conveying a message, but why it's on video? So it sets an idea of how to do it when you understand what is the message and why to do it on video. Then what is the primary audience and what do you want to happen? This is important. What do you want to happen when people finish watching your video? Okay. If it's just a recording of an audio, or for example, this Zoom recording, what I want to happen when people finish watching the video is that you feel that you are competent with YouTube channels, creating videos, using playlists. Okay, in idea brainstorming also, so what is the topic, genre, and basic structure? Is there a narrator? And can we create the story? For example, with scene, we took this kind of a cheap joke there that, okay, YouTube, sort of underground tube and YouTube. So good or bad, we just had some idea there to help us to convey our message. And first we started just chatting on Microsoft Teams, something about this. So most likely using the idea brainstorming is very light and sort of flexible. But then when we go to creating a script, that's the bigger your team is, the more important it is that you have a short synopsis, a short description what the video is about and what is happening there. And then an actual script or a visual storyboard. It's very important because people get ill and are absent, especially students. If you are doing with students or you have some external company, it's very, very important to do this. And you can use, for example, there's a link to Canva.com. There's a very good set of different kind of storyboard templates. And how did we do it with scene? So you see our script is on whiteboard. So train arrives, map is explored, and train leaves. Okay, we had a very basic storyboard, and we understand what it is to happen on the video. Then you plan the production. Surely, the bigger the team, the more important is that you have a spreadsheet or such about the production plan. Also, what kind of resources there are and what kind of schedule requirements there are. And then more or less, even for this 2-minute video, we created a script like this. You see, here is our dialogue, what's happening, etc. And then in the production setting, actually, as you saw, I was looking at the screen right next to me. So we were standing here where the photo is taken. We have just a basic digital camera taking the video. Usually we use mics, but not here, just the camera took the voice as well. And we had some external lighting there. Behind us, we had this kind of blue screen, blue covered paper, and we got sort of this print screen effect done. And the YouTube video, the London Underground, was taken from a Creative Commons licensed material there on YouTube. Okay. Light and sound, and especially the sound. Usually people remember to think about lighting, that no big window behind, no too much contrast, etc. But usually the issue is with sound. The camera might be 3 meters away. There might be some humming or some ambient noise, or the microphone is not very good. And all of a sudden you find that, I just can't hear anything. And if you are watching such a video, you skip. So sound, not necessarily the quality, but the sound level, the volume level has to be good enough in order to make it sort of understandable. And ventilation and such, you don't pay attention to it when you are there as a living person, but definitely the microphone pays attention to it. So any additional noise, the microphone definitely gets it and it ruins your video. We have this kind of where we are actually now sitting on those red chairs. So we have this kind of sort of cellar room that's very good for our production. Then you get a set of different kinds of, you might have different PowerPoint slides somewhere, you have these video clips, etc. Somebody has to pay attention that what content is where, and then if you have some expert doing it with proper software, then it's the post-production is easy. Usually we in school settings, we use free editors and we are not pros. So I suggest you use Windows Video Editor or Apple iMovie. They are just perfect. This, what we did with Seam, was done with Apple iMovie, free, very basic software that can have this background image you see here, and then this foreground green screen. And then some, you see, we have some ending slide here, plus some titles. So very, very easy like that. This document also has links to user guides, and if you are creating on your mobile device, here are some further links. And what to use when you have to improve the audio quality, and where to find free CC licensed music or soundscapes to your video. And then what we already covered is sharing. In 15 minutes, in the nutshell. Sorry, this is a very quick one. So any questions or further thoughts? You might have a very different approach or context there. What is relevant to you or what is not? Giovanni has written something, let's see. Okay, so having said that, everyone will be able to make an upload video. So double check from your stand or will help us to, in the case there may be some issues with the technical aspect. Hey, very good question. I think that, okay, Carmen, thank you. Have a good day. Hey, Giovanni, very good point would be that when you upload, you mark it as a private first if you want somebody to check it. So you can upload it to RE-EDUCO channel and inform, for example, Seam or Stefania that, hey, could you check this first? Then we could log into the channel and discuss whether you are unsure if there are some technical issues or whatever, and then we could discuss those. If we see that, hey, it's a good one, then we could publish it right away. And if we find something that you'd like to do redo and re-edit, then we could just delete and you upload the version 2.
Sorry, just one quick question. You said that we can put it as in a draft kind of video. Is that possible for you to show us how to do that, or can you?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right away. So now this is the RE-EDUCO channel, and I will create a new video here, upload a video, select files, and let's find something that is podcast test. Okay. I will, just like I started a minute ago, I upload a video, and now I will set the playlist perhaps, and now it's not for kids, show more, tags, it's RE-EDUCO, etc. Language, blah, blah, and then it's Creative Commons. Wonderful education, and next. I don't add any specific gimmicks there. And next, and now. Either, well, actually, yes. Take it when you don't want anybody else external to see. Click here that it's private. So then. Now you can save it, and it is not available, as you see, this is private. Nobody without logging in with a RE-EDUCO manager account can't see it. So it's private until it has been changed to public like this. But I won't change it to public, and actually I will delete this forever. Surely it won't be deleted on my computer, only from this channel. I understand deleting is permanent, can't be undone, delete forever.
Okay, thank you very much. So that if we are unsure on something or whatever, we just make it as private so that everybody can have a look and say something about it in case we need to make it that. Okay, but thank you.
Then again, I suggest that because this is about experimentation on digital culture, if you are unsure, hey, let's give it a try. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, anyone else? I see Theodore, I'm not sure when did you arrive to this event. Welcome, but we are just about to.
A few seconds ago. Hello to everyone.
Hello. So glad to see you, but now we went through not only the RE-EDUCO channel and how to use channels and playlists on YouTube, but also we uploaded one specific video that we made for RE-EDUCO and for this purpose, and went through what kind of steps, what to take into account when you are creating and uploading videos. And all this is recorded on Zoom. So this is not only for you who are now present, but for your colleagues, for your students. You can share and use this recording or part of it whenever you feel it suits your purposes.